probably didn't need all four.
Welcome everyone to Bowlero Chicopee here in Chicopee, Mass, near Springfield. We are here for the championship shootout of the first annual Northeast Megabucks Tournament, and I say first annual because organizer Christopher Viali has locked in the center for the next 3 years for this tournament. So I strongly advise that if you're interested in bowling over Thanksgiving weekend, you get your reservations in early because this baby's going to sell out. What a fantastic event. We are here for the championship shootout. We'll talk about the bowlers in a minute, but first I want to introduce my special guest on the live stream. It is none other than El Jefe, the current NEBA president and organizer of this Northeast Megabucks Tournament, Mr. Christopher Viali. Hey, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Bruce. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, Vic, thanks so much for coming on, and congratulations to this 391 total entries. Your first year, you sold out the 2 p.m. squad yesterday. Some other squads are very close to filling up. You ran the sweepers successfully. Everything just went off. You know, certainly nothing goes without a hitch.
Right.
But what a fantastic event. You have to be happy.
We are. I mean, first year doing this. You know, in the Northeast, they've never had anything big like this. You know, big tournaments like this are in Vegas. They were in Cincinnati back in the day.
Hoinky,
yeah. So, you know, we tried to frame this tournament up based on a few different things that I experienced in my, early years in bowling, and we were hopeful that people would show up, and they did. It was incredible.
Big hit. I mean, huge hit, and congratulations. Let's get into the match here. So this is the championship shootout, and what you're looking at are the 4 division finalists. There are 4 division titleists, I should say. There are 4 divisions in this tournament. There's the under 35 division, there's the 36 to 54 division, there's the 55 and over and women's division, and then there's the under 215 average division. Each of those divisions now has a champion, and you are looking at them right now. Here's Steve DiMartino, who is the champion.
Shot.
Good shot by Steve to kick things off. He is the champion of the over 55 division, having just defeated Rich Strath 269 to 257. Rich Strath leading the tournament, leading his division, comes in, bowls 1 game, shoots 257, and loses. Tough loss for Rich, but great win by Steve DiMartino. And here is the winner of the under 215 average division, Daryl McDuffie from New York. And Daryl starts off with a strike. Now, Daryl, pretty interesting handicap system here, Vic. Now, Daryl, being under 215, will get 10 pins, right? And Steve DiMartino, as if he needs it, will get plus 6 pins, correct?
Yep, that's correct. That was the format. The 55 and over would get 6 pins, and the 215 and under, regardless of their handicap amount, would get 10 pins in this title match. Again, this was sort of played off of what the TAT does out in Vegas. Jamie McWilliams, and the great job he does out there.
And this is to balance off the, obviously, under 35 and 36 to 54 players who don't get any handicap.
That's correct.
And here's Cody Shoemaker, winner of the under 35, and he just defeated Alex Cavanaro in his division. So congratulations to Cody. Excuse me, Anthony Scaccia he defeated in the under 35 division. And there's Eric Copping picking up where he left off. Eric just rolled over Alex Cavanaro in his match, going spare next 8, and he only missed until the 10th frame. So great run there for Copping. So you gotta like his chances here. And all 4 bowlers starting with a strike. Are we surprised by that at all, Chris?
No, I mean these 4 bowlers have been bowling great all day. I mean, and so many of the matches came down to the 10th frame where there's 4 in a pair, and 3 of them had a shot to get by. It was really exciting today.
That's right. Now we are right behind these bowlers. So here's a nice trip 4 for DiMartino. He gets it. And it also talks about all the different ways you can attack this pattern. It is the Gateway Arch oil pattern. It is 6-to-1 ratio, quite a bit in the middle, and then from 9 out, it is basically pretty dry-ish, but flat.
Yep.
So you can go straight up it if you want, like Steve DiMartino is. You can move in and swing around it, depending on your revs. You can get it off the corner, get it back some, but other times, if you get it out and you swing it too far out to the right, the dry is not just going to bounce back. It will accelerate, and then it's a washout. So it is challenging. You have to make shots, and these bowlers are making it look dog easy.
Oh, they are. Yeah. I didn't get on the lanes this trip, obviously, because I was the tournament organizer, but all different styles did well, which was really good to see.
I mean, you could see it in the over 55. Rich Strath, lefty, playing basically up 5,
Right.
6-7, something like that, you know, against DiMartino going up the track. Here's Shoemaker. Shoemaker's soft stroking this pitch black urethane. Now he's laying it down inside the pattern, and then he'll go out and look at the finish he gets on this urethane. Watch this come back.
Oh,
okay. Prove me a liar. So he misses right and doesn't quite make the corner, leaves a 2-pin.
Yeah, Cody struggled a little bit early on in the event using his bigger balls, trying to swing the lane, and then he put it all together and had a big block using this urethane ball.
And he's coming off games of 256 and 269, so I would say he's pretty locked in. And let's see what happens here. And there's another strike by Darrell. Again, with the benefit of the 10-pin handicap, he now has the lead in this championship match. Tell us about the prize fund, Vic. What are the bowlers bowling for in this championship shootout?
We have $6,000 for first, $3,500 for second, $2,200 for third, and $1,500 for fourth. The total payout over the 4 days for the event was $66,700.
$66,700. Thanks to Savage Arms, they kicked in $5,000 of that.
Yep.
And we also had Rock 102 providing our music here.
And $1,500.
Sponsor, and $1,500 into the prize fund. Thank you, Steve DiMartino. Throws his third one. And now Eric Copping, can he keep up with the triple? DiMartino gets 6 pins handicap, being in the over 55 division. Interesting, kind of like the international competitions. You know, women get an automatic 8 pins, for example.
Yep.
In international competition. Cody Shoemaker got that one out to come back. Doesn't quite make the corner. Now we are on a fresh pair. The division finals we brought you on the last live stream had 2 pairs each with 4 bowlers on them. And we had the fresh pairs there, and then we're on, of course, a fresh pair here for the shootout. And Eric, well, it looked like it's coming in a little bit late, but that power he's got just comes up and slaps the 10 out. So
he had 2 crazy sets. He bowled a 1031 and a 1047 this week.
I know he bowled a 1047, then bowled again.
Bowled 1031, bowled again, and then came back for one of the big bracket action squads and bowled 1047.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Because you get cash every squad.
He might have made a little bit of money on the side, you think?
Yeah, hopefully.
A lot of side action here. I noticed the brackets covered the wall. It was great, and that's really a hallmark of these tournaments. Is all the side action,
especially sweepers. Yeah.
Yeah. And great shot
this
there
guy's
by Darrell.
Good, man.
Front 4 plus 10 pins. Darrell looking very strong.
Yeah, our straight bowlers, they're just feeding it into that spot, and it finishes and hits hard. It's pretty cool.
Well, especially on the fresh, you know, you haven't had time to cliff it much.
Right.
And some lanes did cliff because a lot of people are playing right around that seam, and it does drop off quite a bit from 12 to 9. So here's Steve. That's right up 7. Turns up.
Ooh.
Oh, flat 10.
Got that a little right. Still a good shot though.
First miss by DiMartino. So Darrell still very much in the driver's seat here.
You know, Steve won the high roller 200,000 back in the day.
Hello.
Yep. He can play, man.
Brad Edelman specials.
That's
and
right.
Things like that. Sure. The Hoikey. All the big tournaments, right? Reflected here.
We took that good.
And Cody.
Oh. Yep.
See, he gets that up in the right. He gets it up in the pocket. It doesn't flip. Lays off. It just sets in the pocket and packs. That's his best shot.
Yeah, a lot of people tried using urethane. It didn't work for a lot of the bowlers, and some it really did worked well.
Yeah. Well, I would think I was looking for a lot more.
Trouble.
He flags the 10-pin, does DiMartino.
That is not.
And
that's not him.
That's trouble for Steve. I think he's feeling a little bit of pressure in this shootout. Quite a crowd behind us here, Vic.
Yes.
And got to give shout-outs to Amy, who did a great job in the visuals and the video and the graphics and everything, and help with Maria Bolanova. Hagar was here helping you. Having Nilsson, Danny Kay running a great event as usual, like he does with Nebo, and Copping.
Nice
4
good shot. Yeah, I had an
Just
all-star
missing.
group supporting me on this, so it wasn't. You know, they did all the work. I mean, Dave Kipperman built this program for this event.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're broadcasting through the Northeast Megabucks Facebook page. If you could share the feed we'd really appreciate getting the viewership up here. I'm showing you this great final match, and that's through the beak for Steve. He left that flat 10, didn't want to do it again. Gets it a little left, 4, 6, 7, and DiMartino falling way behind here. That's going to put him in the 90 range. It'll put him second. Cody Shoemaker, yet to double, is actually in the last spot. And looks like he pulled it past the 4 pin. He gives away a pin there, so there's going to be 95 in the 5th. Plus his 6 gives him 101 on the 5th.
Ooh, that's a little bit right.
He got that right. And not going to come back. Misses the head pin right, but not a lot of trouble. Just the 1, 2, 4 for our leader, Daryl. Now, what can Copping do? Copping can get him to take the lead here. Remember, handicap system, Daryl gets 10. Steve DiMartino gets 6. Eric and Cody both scratch.
Yeah, they played within their divisions the entire tournament until the shootout.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's a chop for Daryl, and bigger trouble than just the miss of the head pin because he leaves the open.
It's like giving a big opening to Eric right now. He's locked in with this 3D offset too. He's been going great with it.
It's just killer. Dead
another great shot.
You know, again, Eric coming off 267, but he went spare next 8, so he didn't. I'm not sure how hard he tried in the 10th. That could have easily been 290, and he's got the front 5 here. And that's the only game Eric had to bowl, because this is another feature of this format, Vic, is if you led your division, you got seeded right to the division final match, which is a great feature.
Yeah.
And Cody gets it up. Great shot.
Good shot.
That's an example of that urethane turning the corner, and he knew it would do it because he threw it so well. All right, well, DiMartino bringing up the rear now at 101 with his handicap in the 5th. Cody now plus 9. And Darren with his 10 pins is 125 in the 5th. And wants to carry, gets the 4-9.
It's not a Farkle, but it's a trip.
Oh, hold on. So you
9.
need to settle a bet. You need to settle a bet for us. So we had Eric come up and smash an 8 pin, and then he had a Farkle, smash a 9 pin, and then it came across. Is that a Farkle?
Not a Farkle.
Not a Farkle.
It's got to be on the 10 pin, 7 pin, 6 pin, or 4 pin light.
Got it.
Oh, good shot. Steve right back on it. Yeah.
Back on track with Steve. Okay, so thanks for settling that because it sure looked like a Farkle to me. It was a beautiful, beautiful messenger came back across and slapped that 9 out of there, but got to be the corner.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you too, man. TechVision donating their time and energy to put this live stream together. I really appreciate it, Bruce.
I love it. Thank you so much for the privilege. It's just so great to be here calling this great action. Here's Cody. Can he get another one? That one's right. Will it make the corner?
Made it and kicked it.
It does, and slaps the 10. And there is a threatening Daryl's lead now. Cody's trying to move into second place. Of course, Copping has got the lead all to himself at this point. Looking at front 6.
Ooh, we'll get that in.
Looks good. Oh, no, yeah, he's got that. He's had that all day. That 3D offset, he just spins it through the front, and it just holds on the oil pattern. I tell you, he is making this look dog easy. Yeah, I found that I had to get behind it with fingers, and I had to have balance at the line. If I did those 2 things, I would probably strike. But if I didn't do one of them, probably not. So you got a bowl. You got a bowl
shot
on
for
this.
Steve to keep in it.
Yep. And a great shot there by Steve. Gets him back to 131 in the 6th. And here's a quick look at the score. You've got Daryl up now in the right lane, 115. He gets 10 pins handicap, so he's looking at 125 in the 5th. And that's
got that a little
Is
right.
that going to come back?
Oh.
Gets it back to crumble the bucket for the double. Huge shot.
A little slap out from
Daryl. Yeah, he knows it too.
Yeah.
He says, give me that one, baby. Come on now.
15, 20 years ago, he's one of the action guys from New York. He'd bowl on the grind all the time.
He looks like it.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got that intense look on his face. Copping for front 7. Why
Oh,
not?
it's perfect. Look at that thing.
Why not? Eric Copping. By the way, talk about TechVision. A little piece of trivia. Who won the very first event that TechVision ever live streamed? It was Eric Copping and Keene.
Wow. There you go.
So there you go. So this would be the first ever event, Megabucks event, and Eric Copping, if he were to win, that would be very serendipitous, I would say. Shoemaker
got that right.
Gets
He's
it
gonna
right.
make it.
Get back. He rolls it.
And that's a Farkle.
There's a Farkle. Yes, sir. It's the crumbling bucket Farkle for Shoemaker. He knows it, too. Big smile on his face. And that's 4 in a row for Shoemaker. He's looking at plus 29 now. And big shot there. Perfect shot.
Fist pump in that one.
Just that one mistake did Daryl make. And he's got 265 plus 10. He got 275 in the wood, which means that Eric is by no means done with this game. Even with front 7, Daryl can definitely challenge him. And DiMartino to get back in the hunt here.
Oh, got that a little right. Will it make it?
No, he dumped that one on the right. He didn't quite get around it. It just went long, and DiMartino in deep trouble here. Even if he makes this, he's got 221 plus 7. He's got 227 on the out, and everyone else is above that already, pacing. He goes across with a phase 2, and unfortunately goes by it. Not looking good for DiMartino. He can now go sheet for 207 plus 6, 213. I think everybody else is going to beat that. Shoemaker right up the pike. He jams that. I'll tell you, to get that 10 to kick like that, that's power. That's real power. Copping, can he go front 8? Great action here at the Northeast Megabucks inaugural event. And another pretty good shot. A little light. Oh. Rolls it up for the 2, leaves the 8. And now he's got 279 on the out. And Daryl can come up for 275 on the out.
That's
so
a good shot.
Yeah, a little light for Steve, and I think we're going to have to award Steve the 4th place $1,500 check at this point. Vic, what do you think?
I think that's in the cards right now, yes.
Yeah. And problem on the 8-pin there. And now
it's a big shot. Big shot for Darren right now.
Sit here, yeah. Let's see what Cody can do. Can he get himself for second? And Steve by the 7-pin will bring up the rear in this 4-person championship shootout. Once again, all of these folks are already division titleists in their respective divisions. How much do they make for that?
Guaranteed $1,500.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Loser of the round before this got $750.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
Could
Daryl
hold.
got through that. Big shot.
That is a big shot.
Oh, he knows it too. He wants Eric.
275.
He wanted Eric to know it. Because all Eric has to do is miss one more time, and Daryl can get up and win this tournament.
Isn't that crazy? Yes.
That's crazy. And even Cody can only go 269 on the out. So Daryl, by virtue of his 10 pins handicap, can go 265 plus 10 is 275. And Eric, big shot, no doubt about it. He has done nothing but flush.
This is coming down to the wire, Bruce.
Here
coming
it is,
down
kids.
to the wire.
Here we go, baby. So Eric's at a 259 pace. Daryl's at a 255 pace. So Daryl needs to strike to take the lead from Eric.
Must hit for Cody.
Cody staying in the conversation. Got it
A
up the
little
lane. Gets the slap 10 again. That's a patented hit for him, that slap 10. Beautiful shot. He's making that pitch black dance.
275, 269, 279 out. This is what it was like all day. All day.
Imagine if they do it. What scores?
We weren't this high, but every 10th frame came down to something like this.
Daryl wasting no time.
Oh, we got a little right,
Gets
but he
up,
hit it.
gets it right, turn it up, turn it, gets right flush in the pocket. he can double again and make Eric double in the 10th to get the title. Imagine that. You go front 7, not in spare, and you got a punch to win the tournament. And Steve DiMartino strikes there. He'll get his $1,500 check. And look at this shot now for Darryl. All the money on the line right now. Darryl McDuffie, tough action bowler out of New York.
He was a last-minute entry.
Was he?
Yeah.
Interesting. Got that out. A pretty good shot. Get there. And he knows it, too. Kaboom. Darryl McDuffie forcing Eric Copping to double to try to win this tournament. He's going to go. He's got 270 now with his handicap on the out. What a game. Now you got to remember that Steve DiMartino was coming off 269, Vic.
I know.
So none of these guys.
260 game before that.
And no 260. None of these guys are slouches. So.
And the lanes were not this easy.
No, they're making them look
They
dog
are.
easy.
They're
You just have no idea.
Yeah.
Now this is rather almost irrelevant because he's about halfway up the mark for this. He's got 275. And there is the can opener for the 265 plus 10 makes 275 performance for Darryl McDuffie. He missed just that once and chopped the spare. Imagine if he makes a spare, he wins the tournament already done.
Yeah, right.
And only because he chopped the spare does Eric Copping now have a chance. And now let's see, Cody can not pass him. Actually, the best Cody can do now is second.
Correct.
If you look at that, that's funny. Cody goes strike, spare, spare, next 6th. The best he can do is second.
It still can finish second.
What action? This is great action. And pretty. Oh wow! I thought that might read a little harder, but held pocket, and now he's in the 250s. Can go 269 and finish second. He's like, what? Hello?
Well, it's the tournament.
269 and second. That's why they call it the Megabucks Shootout, my friend. Here we go. Copping needs it.
Is that in a little bit?
In. Gets it. That flush. Almost a 9-pin. It was high in the pocket, but he splits the 8-9 and gets it. One more to be the inaugural Megabucks champion.
Cody
Eric
taking
Copping.
a re-rack.
Cody trying to slow things down, or he just didn't like that 3-pin?
That's off. Yep,
Yeah,
3 pins a little pushed in.
Yeah, head pin's over too. And I'm not sure Eric appreciates the delay in the action here.
He's a veteran.
Well, that's
Both these guys are really good bowlers.
Cody's, oh yeah, Cody's I think he's going to be Eastern Region Player of the Year. He's close to it.
Wow.
That's what Greg was telling me. Yeah. So Shoemaker really just going for second here. Actually, third. Can we leave this? And he gets it. Now, if Eric Copping gets this hit, he wins. Darryl second. Cody is third. Cody will be third with 269.
Eric needs strike 7 still.
Now, if Eric doesn't strike, he goes 48-68, and Cody can strike to steal second from him with 269.
Steal.
So, huge shot. This is all the marbles right here.
Oh, he threw it good.
Can he get it? Oh, he slaps the 10.
Look at that.
Eric Copping.
Great shot.
Eric Copping. Now he needs 6 to tie, 7 to win. Eric Copping, inaugural champion. Cody, third with 269. Unbelievable action here at the inaugural Northeast Megabucks Tournament. 66K in prize money, almost 400 entries. Mark your Thanksgiving weekends for the next X number of years, Vic. I know you got 3 years booked. Be back here at Chicopee, Bowlero Chicopee, Chicopee, Mass. Thanks so much to Megan Haas and her staff.
Oh, God. He
And
needs
that's
7.
right.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, holy cow.
That's just enough. He comes back for 9.
Holy
That could have gone super washout. That could have gone washout. And Eric Copping 278 winner.
All right, I got to check out and do my stuff.
275. Chris, thank you so much, my friend. Great job. Thank you so much. And we will be back for the champion interview with Eric Copping. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon. Fantastic finish.